What's up, guys? In today's YouTube video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to hand feed a hummingbird. Let's get into the action, presented by PressBest@youtube.com. Step number 1. What you want to do is you want to buy a hummingbird feeder. I recommend going to Walmart. They have my favorite feeder there. My favorite feeder is the feeder showing on the screen. Buy this feeder, I totally recommend it. It's pretty cheap, works great, and the hummingbirds love it. Really, it's the hummingbird's favorite feeder. Remember, don't buy nectar with red dye or put red dye in homemade sugar water. I don't really recommend buying store nectar at all. I think it's a waste of money. You can just make your own homemade nectar at home. The recipe is 1 cup of sugar with 4 cups of water, or otherwise, say you have a bigger hummingbird feeder or a smaller one, just remember that it has to be 1 part sugar and 4 parts water. After that, what you want to do is you want to set your feeder in a good location. Make sure you set it in some shade and not in the sun. Now, I do have it in the sun because we don't really have a place to put it in the shade, but now we're moving on to step 2. What we want to do is we want to get the hummingbird friendly with your presence. We want to get the hummingbird used to you. What you should be able to do is walk around the yard and the hummingbird's coming to the feeder. What I recommend, you can just sit in a chair or try to feed different birds and just let the hummingbirds graze on the nectar while you're doing stuff in your yard. Now eventually they'll get pretty used to your presence and know that you don't really want to hurt them. Now, when you're able to do that, walk around the yard and they'll come in. What I recommend is put the feeder in your hand. Don't pour sugar in your hand yet. Just hold the feeder in your hand. Works great. What you want to do is you want to put the feeder in your hand. Now, I want to make it clear. The hand shown on the screen is not my hand. It's just a hand I borrowed off the internet. Now that we know that, try putting the feeder on your hand. You can sit in a chair or stand. So let's say the hummingbird's scared of you when you blink. You can just close your eyes the whole time and have your phone. If you think it came, just press the record button. And after you think it left, hit the end button. And then after you're done, you can just check the footage to see if it really did come up. Let's say the hummingbird's scared of your movements. If you're making tiny movements, you can just sit in a chair and that should help you keep still. Now, after you've done that, you've accomplished step 2. Now we are moving on to step number 3. Now it's time to, what I'd like to call it is next step hand feeding it. We're going the next level, which you can use a bottle cap, a red bottle milk cap, or just a bottle cap that's red. Flip it over, dip it in the hummingbird nectar and just place it in your hand. Or you can use a sprinkle container as well with a red cap. Make sure it's red because you're attracted to the color red. Poke some holes in it, make sure they're big enough, and just pour the nectar inside. Now just place that in your hand. You can sit in a chair. Now this step could take a while, but good luck on it. Now, the last bit of step 3, just make sure you have much fun. Peace out and goodbye. Now, the last thing I want to say is, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, because I will be excited to reply to you. Okay, now it's the officially peace out and goodbye.